Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, folks. Last minute betting with the Sports Nuts, brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company for sports bettors worldwide. Mike's here, Justin's here. Mike, what else you want to say about OddsJam? You're up.
I mean, if you're not using OddsJam tools, you're crazy.
All right. That was a good one. If you're not using odds, that's going to be our new that'll be our new
slogan.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, your new slogan.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. If you're not using OddsJam, you're crazy. And that's all we got to say. There's links below in the description of this video. Go there, oddsjam.com. Let's go, all right? Boy, what a weird NFL season this has been. Right now, I got to be honest with you. Looks like your Broncos Chargers are in the playoffs. Looks like 3 AFC West teams are going to make it. I really believe that to be true. What do you guys think?
They should, but, Denver could lose to Cincinnati and then turn around and lose to Kansas City. But a lot of that's going to depend on if that game's even meaningful for Kansas City. Because if they beat Pittsburgh, that last game against Denver means nothing for them. So you probably aren't going to see Patrick Mahomes play. So, yeah, I mean, Denver should get in, but again, anything can happen.
Well, the thing is that Denver and the Chargers both have to lose their last 2 games, and those other teams that are 7 and 8 have to win their last 2 games, and then it would be a 5-way tie at 9 and 8. But I don't think that's happening. I mean, I expect Chargers to win one more game.
I mean, Denver may get Cincinnati this week, and that may wrap that up. If not, I do think they beat the Chiefs because, again, that game's probably not meaningful for Kansas City unless Kansas City loses to Pittsburgh on Christmas.
PhD, we're going to get to you in a second, my friend. We got some Tennessee football to talk with you. You're not getting away.
There ain't nothing to talk about, man.
I know you ain't getting away.
You want to talk about all these teams that ain't even relevant, man. Yeah. Get off that, Bobby.
No, I'm talking about is volunteers, Mike. Come on.
That Tennessee.
Yeah, remember all kinds of Tennessee about the Dolphins. What, making the playoffs? Ain't making no playoffs.
Oh,
I don't think so. No, too many things gotta happen that they can't control. So when you get in those situations, it's never a great thing. So
we wish you were here too. We'll get to that. What do you think, Justin? I mean, you think Broncos, Chargers making in the AFC, 3 teams out of the AFC West?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati made it. If they beat Denver next week and then win again, and I could see that happening. And the Chiefs and the Bills, they do not want that to happen.
Don't want what to happen?
They don't want the Bengals to get in.
Nobody cares about the Bengals. Their defense is terrible. It don't matter. And the Broncos defense.
That's a team I wouldn't want to play in the playoffs. I disagree with you. You're
out of here.
You're in the minority there. So
okay, well,
if Cincinnati got in, that is definitely that's not something anybody wants to have to see. It's going to be dangerous, but I don't think it happens. Truthfully, because again, I mean, Denver's going to be playing Kansas City. Kansas City is going to have nothing to play for. I just can't see Denver falling apart there. I think Sean Payton's too good of a coach to allow that to happen. So.
Thing you got to remember about the Chiefs right now, guys. What are they on their fourth left tackle this year? Their offensive line is really been banged up. They got a guy playing left tackle. What's his name? Tooney, who actually is a guard, But one thing I can tell you, folks, is Kansas City is going to be tough to beat because of one reason. Patrick Mahomes. Now, Hollywood Browns there. What do you have, like 5 catches the other day? You get him into the offense. They haven't even really worked D-Hop a whole lot. You know what I mean? And, you got Noah Gray as a weapon. You got a double-headed backfield with Hunt and Pacheco. I just don't think you're going to stop the Chiefs. And the Chiefs ain't afraid of the Bengals because they will destroy that defense. Come on.
I don't know about that. Remember the last time they played, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was that the playoffs? No. Thank you.
Well, when was the last time they played in the
They're
playoffs?
one of the only teams that have been able to beat them in the playoffs, Bob. So,
what year was that?
I don't know. Why does that?
Because this is 2024.
Okay.
It's a different year. Patrick Mahomes is in charge. He's on his way to a third.
They about beat him this year. They should have beat him this year. Let's just put it that way.
They didn't.
And they didn't, but they should have.
A W is a W, boys.
Well, it's not the same year, but it's the same schematics.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
the same schematics got them a loss this time, then.
Man, it almost got them a win, though, if they wouldn't have gotten PI.
Yeah.
But they didn't get a win. Okay. And
all right. Again.
Let's not go back to that game. There were 2 calls against the Chiefs that could have went the other way. Get out of here. We're not going to blame officials and all that.
No, then that's not the point. The point is the game could have went either way.
Exactly. If you're the Chiefs and the Chiefs are not going to be like, oh yeah, we'll take that same type of game again. No, because what if this time those things that went your way don't go your way? Then you're done. So
all right,
again,
let's get to some of this stuff in the chat. Shiesty about to go crazy. Minnesota is who nobody wants. Now there is a statement I'll agree with. Ain't nobody afraid of no Bengals. You better be afraid of Minnesota.
But we're talking about a team that is not technically in right now that may not get in that you wouldn't want to get in. Minnesota's already a lock to get in. They're in. I mean, we know they're getting in, and it doesn't matter if nobody wants to see them. They're in. You got to see them. Cincinnati's not in yet, so nobody has to see Cincinnati unless they sneak in. I don't think they will get in, but if you think if you don't think that Cincinnati getting in would be worrisome, you're crazy.
Call me crazy. Josh Jacobs, 2 TDs tonight. What do you guys think?
Probably.
I don't
Probably
know.
feeding pretty heavy.
Go ahead.
I guess.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Cam Jordan on the D line. It could happen, but I wouldn't. I would only sprinkle on it if you're doing it.
Okay, Mr. Batsa. Hurricanes Wild, Golden Knights money line plus 235. Yes. On all 3 of those.
Good I don't know. I think.
Go ahead.
No, I was just looking back. I mean, between Daniels and Robinson, they got 130 something on New Orleans. I'm just trying to look. What did Kyron Williams do against them? So Kyron had 15 carries, 104 yards against them. Commanders had, obviously, with Daniels running. The Giants, of course, don't really have any running game, although common thing here is Drew Lock had 59 yards rushing against the Saints. Obviously, Daniels had 60 plus. I don't know. I think if I'm Green Bay, I'm pounding Jacobs enough. I don't think New Orleans could stop him tonight. And then it just depends on what Green Bay decides to do. If they throw it a little more, I don't know. I think Jacobs 100+ yards is very possible tonight myself.
Yep, I
really do. I really do. Now, again, it depends on if it's a blowout, depends on if, a couple of little pass plays and a guy like Reed takes off for a 60-yarder, and Green Bay just starts lighting them up, then anything can happen and we may not get there. But I think Jacobs will have his fair share of success tonight.
So PhD says Indy is a threat too. I agree.
Mm-mm.
They ain't getting in.
Who they beat? What? No. If Indy's a threat, then Cincinnati's a threat to go to the Super Bowl if they got in.
For one reason, because of John.
They gave up 30 points to Tennessee. They got smoked by Denver. They barely beat New England. Who are they?
What PhD said.
I know. I'm not. Indy, I don't think so. Now Cincinnati, I would again.
Well,
I would
here you
worry
go.
about Cincinnati.
You better worry about this because Tristan's on the Bengals.
Nah, I don't think they get in though, Tristan. I think it's a Indy's probably not getting in Cincinnati. It's probably all of it's really irrelevant.
Are we taking this -14 spread?
What -14 spread?
Tonight's
Green Bay, New Orleans tonight.
No. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits, yes, but not on it personally.
Me neither. Stop nothing right now with Marshawn not here anymore.
Well, Marshawn is so inconsistent anyways, so
Yeah.
New Orleans is bad. PhD's right. They're banged. I would not back New Orleans. If you're I don't care if you're getting 14 points. If you want to bet New Orleans +14, good luck to you because it may be Green Bay 30+ tonight. 20+ at least. I just don't know. I don't think I can trust New Orleans in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, no. I agree with you 100%.
No.
Agree with you 100%.
14-11 against the Giants.
Yeah.
And
Kamara's out. Kamara's out. New Orleans you know what? Maybe Mr. Bass is right. Maybe -14 is the play.
Well, like I said, I won't be surprised if it hits, but I don't know. It's
nothing I'm betting on right now. It is kind of like a preseason game in a way.
Well, I think New Orleans should really they kind of are cleaning house slowly but surely. They should just sell the farm. They really should. Trade Kamara, get rid of Kamara, get rid of Cam Jordan, get rid of Carr, just blow it up, I really do.
Yeah, 100%. Time to rebuild mode for New Orleans for sure. I would take. If I was having to pick, I would probably back Green Bay even that high of a number, but over even taking those points with New Orleans. But I'm never a big fan of taking those high spreads either. But just depends. Look at Buffalo, New England.
Perfect example.
Yeah. Now, but look at the week before, Baltimore and the Giants. We kind of stayed away from it. Should have taken Baltimore -14. Yeah.
Well, he's already been fired, though. That's the thing. That's what I meant by they're slowly but surely cleaning house.
Right. Gotcha. Hey, big NBA slate tonight, guys. Any games on your radar at all?
Yeah, I got one for the Stevie B parlay if we're doing it.
Okay, we'll do that here in just a second. Then we'll get to that. We'll get to that here in a second. What do you think the impact of Tank Dell getting hurt, guys? That's a big injury. I think
a big loss.
Yeah. I don't see them overcoming it.
That whole division is just not that good this year. It really is not. Nobody in that division poses any threat of anything. I mean, Houston is a layup, and probably for whoever plays them.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I don't think they can win a playoff game. They can't beat Kansas City. They can't beat Buffalo, Pittsburgh, the Ravens, the Chargers, maybe not even the Broncos. I don't think they can beat any of those guys. And then now he's gone. No, forget it.
You guys think the Ravens take the North Division in the AFC? Because I think now, if Russell Wilson plays like he did the other day, Pittsburgh's not beating Kansas City.
Nah, probably not. I don't think that offense can do anything to that defense. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't think Pittsburgh's winning, but we certainly know that it could get interesting. It just depends on if Russell Wilson is playing like he has been. He's going to have to be a lot better because he's definitely been struggling these last couple of games against Philadelphia and obviously against Baltimore. It's just not going to cut it.
Well, he also
Pittsburgh could be one and done the way they're trending if they're not careful. And I'm serious. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, they also don't have Pickens. They haven't had Pickens last game, or it wasn't even the game before, I think.
No, I don't think he played last.
He didn't have to play last game.
Not last one, but the one before that. I don't remember if he played that either against Philly. I thought he was in against Philly, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he missed.
Speaking of Philly,
no, I think he missed.
They're not going to get the number 1 seed in the NFC. So So now we're sitting here with Jalen Hurts coming off a concussion, right? We don't know how it's going to affect him. Mike, you're the big Philly guy in the group this year. Changing your mind at all? Are you still riding the Eagles?
I mean, I'm still confident in Philadelphia. I mean, 6-1 at home, 6-2 on the road. They're good on the road. I don't think that they're a team that you looked at and thought, man, if they don't have home field advantage, they have no shot. I mean, Detroit's in a dome, right? So Philadelphia is definitely going to be able to get acclimated to that. Minnesota is a dome. Going to be easy to get acclimated to that. I mean, just because they're an outdoor team doesn't mean they can't play in a dome, right? I mean, so I don't think Philadelphia had to have home field advantage necessarily. Other than if they did have home field advantage, that is a tough place to play in January in Philadelphia, But again, I trust them to go on the road. But it's just going to depend on how Hurts is. How Hurts is.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
So do you think this NFC North is going to come down to the final game of the season between the Vikings and the Lions?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, do you expect Minnesota to beat Green Bay next week?
Yes.
Okay. So if you expect that and you expect Detroit to win, then it comes down to they could both be 14-2, and the winner of that game is a friggin' wild card and the number 5 seed. That's crazy.
Yeah. That I guess it's a pick your poison situation there.
And also, I gotta give you're right there, Stephen Batza. I gotta give Mike credit for this. Mike, you've been on the Crockies this year. Uh, uh, they've rebuilt that defensive line.
Yeah. You cut out. He's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really frozen.
Yeah, he's froze. Yes, they have. The Rams is what he should be calling them, not the Cronkies. But
Cronkies.
I just wondered with the Rams, with the injuries they had, that worried me for a while. But now they're back on track. I think they're good to go. So that's good. While we're waiting on him to get his dial-up internet going, I'm going to jump over to the EV page real quick, just see what's happening out here. See if there's anything we like. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of NBA with the large slate. Right out the gate, you can see there's tons of plays. 3 in a row on DraftKings, which I'm going to go ahead and just jump on all 3. I'm not even going to lie. Just as long as I can get to them quick enough. So Vucevic under 3.5 assists. That's Milwaukee, Chicago. We'll go ahead and jump on that. I mean, it's Vucevic. He needs a rebound. Don't worry about passing the ball.
Yeah, he doesn't really get that many assists.
Well, I mean, only pass it if you get a defensive rebound. Give it to the guard, let him bring it up. But, any other time, you get a rebound, just go up and score. We don't need you to do anything but that, Vucevic. So we're definitely going to get on this one. That next play was Levine under 4.5 assists. That moved on us to plus 100. I'm not going to let that scare me away. I wonder if it actually moved. Probably did, yeah. Still plus odds. So we're going to jump on that. That's Levine under 4.5 assists. And again, he needs to just worry about scoring. It'd be good for him. Looks like we got plays showing up. I'm going to go ahead and hit that play button real quick, just so if anything goes away, we'll know. How about Dosunmu over 23.5 PRA? No real feel on it other than the value, so
I would only sprinkle on it personally, but it's if you're into these kind of dog plays, go for it.
Yeah, and that already got taken down anyway. It was a huge misprice. I do like Jordan Poole over 29.5 PRA. I do like that. I mean, he's pretty well all they have anyway. And even at plus 135, I mean, you can see what every book's pricing that at. FanDuel and DraftKings are off a little bit compared to everywhere else. Pretty heavily too. So I'm definitely getting on that one.
The under was EV this morning, by the way.
It was?
Yes.
Well, damn.
So now you got the idea of what's going on, right?
Yeah, I'm still going to get on it. A lot of times I may stay away when that happens just because, I don't know.
Daryl Turner's got a question for you, too.
Yes.
Opinions on the Celtics and Capitals both winning instead of taking the Celtics and Bruins?
Celtics are definitely going to win. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, Celtics are definitely winning. And again, this is on the road, but Washington plus odds, won a couple in a row again, getting on track against LA and Carolina. I just really like this Washington team. It's on the road, but that's okay. I actually would lean towards taking those plus odds and taking Washington.
Okay. All right. Tristan took Poole under 20.5 points. PhD likes Dylan Brooks over on his points.
Okay.
And I'm back.
You're back.
Here I
You
am.
froze.
I know.
I got Luka over 7.5 assists tonight, minus 115 on FanDuel. I would definitely smash that.
Hartenstein over rebounds, Wemby over blocks and steals. All right.
Okay.
That came. PhD. Yes, you are very welcome, Daryl. Thank you. And let me get to one of my favorite parts of the show, and that is the Stevie B parlay. Stevie B, Mr. Steven Batza, in the chat. We always enjoy it when he shows up, and he's not late.
Yeah.
So, Justin, since you're already ready, and I know you're going to the NBA, I will let you go first.
Yeah, I'm taking Celtics on the spread. We talked about it before. Yeah, Boston's definitely winning. I think they're definitely covering despite the large number.
Okay. minus 10. We will take it. I'm going to stay in the NBA. And I'm going to go to this Knicks Raptors game. Now, you guys probably think I'm taking the Raptors, don't you? But no, I am not. I'm taking the Knicks on the spread. Minus 13.5 against the Raptors. And that gets us to plus 270, right around there. What you got, Mike?
Yeah, I'm kind of debating on a couple, but I think the one I'm going to roll with, I'll tell you what, I know it's crazy to say it, but I mean, a lot going on in Vancouver right now. They've lost a few in a row themselves. San Jose, probably at least plus 1.5 is probably a good look, but I'm not so sure that sprinkling money line, but that's not what I'm going with. I'm actually going to take Montreal on the money line against Columbus tonight. Underdog tonight against Columbus. Won a few in a row. I think we can trust Montreal to beat Columbus.
All right. Fanatics plus.
But I'm serious. I'm considering. I'm just looking at San Jose sitting out there, that big old plus 210. You know, I don't know. This could be the spot to do it.
All right. Celtics minus 10, Knicks minus 13.5, Canadians on the money line. That's the Stevie B parlay for tonight. Now, all right, let's get to some anytime touchdown scores, guys. Who do you like here tonight?
Well, this one I'm a little biased on, but I go with Jaden Reed.
Okay, now we got Daryl wants PhD. I like Jaden Reed a lot. PhD has Atlanta money line at home, and Daryl likes the Lakers. He also has Knicks, Cavs, Celtics, and Lakers. He likes all of them tonight, so we're kind of on the
same
thing.
We'll add the Hawks money line to that.
Yeah, let's do it.
They're plus odds too. That'll spice it up a little bit at home. Minnesota been sloppy start for them. Minnesota evidently losing Karl Anthony Towns. I did not like this move. I did not really care for that trade. I mean, Julius Randle, I don't know. I don't think he fits in well with this Minnesota team.
Well, he doesn't fit in with anybody. He's like James Harden. He's such a selfish player, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Towns was a better fit with Minnesota with what they had going on. Now they did get a shooter and DiVincenzo out of that deal too, but I mean, I just didn't like it.
It drives me crazy when these guys, they just have to have the ball in their hands all the time.
Yeah, and that's the Randall is that type of player, and Edwards has got to have the ball in his hand, obviously, too, but he can facilitate a little bit. But yeah, you don't need, that Randall has to have the ball in his hand at all times and dominate with the ball, So yeah.
All right. So Christian Watson, we said Jaden Reed, sprinkle Green Bay defense, Daubs.
I kind of like Daubs too. I don't think that's a bad look. I don't think any of them are. And to be honest with you, all three of these guys could end up maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think Jacobs may get in too. So
oh yeah.
Maybe all these guys aren't getting in. But this could be one of those games where everybody gets in the damn end zone tonight, for Green Bay at least.
I need Jaden Reed to get 16 half PPR fantasy points today to stay in my championship for my home league.
Yeah, Jacobs, and yeah, there you go. Jacobs for sure. The problem is you need to bet him first half because that's where the money's at. They're terrible odds for any time. It's like minus 260, But yeah, I hope you win there.
Yeah, that's going to be a big prize in the home league this year. So
good.
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention to fantasy anymore. I just let it go on the side. But yeah, I do hope I get this tonight.
I do too. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you 100%. Monday Night Football under tonight. Okay. Bob, I'll be on the show tomorrow. We did not get to what we wanted. I got to at least talk about this. I expected a much better game out of the Volunteers than getting their asses whipped, but I knew going into Ohio State that's one hell of a tough place to play, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't think Tennessee had a chance there, to be honest with you. And I really liked Tennessee this year, but thought it was a tough matchup, tough spot. And, that's just how it goes, unfortunately.
Rob wants to sprinkle Jacobs 3 TDs tonight.
Oh, well,
hey.
I mean.
And Tristan went, he needs a 38-point game from Jacobs to pull off the upset. More fantasy football stuff.
No wonder he's so high on Jacob then tonight.
Oh, I know. 2 TDs for Jacobs went from plus 200 on flip to plus 175. I like him for first half. I actually like him for the first touchdown scorer. What do you guys think about that?
It's probably not a bad look. Again, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, if they take a shot one time is all it takes, and a guy, and they, Green Bay definitely has some receivers that can, make a big play. So it just depends. It just depends, and then don't sleep on the tight end Tucker Kraft. I mean, Love likes to utilize him a little bit. Again, he's someone you got to look at.
I know.
Maybe tonight's not that night for him, but
right.
I mean, Green Bay certainly has some weapons.
With the snow and everything, I've got
and with Philadelphia, with Hurts being banged up, maybe PhD's little idea that Green Bay could go on a run isn't so far-fetched after all, because something like that happens. You never know. I mean, Green Bay's played Detroit and Minnesota, who are 2 big threats for Green Bay, but they've played them twice a year, right? They know them. Philadelphia, they don't usually see so much. I thought that was a bad matchup, but if Hurts is banged up, look out.
My question for you from Stephen Batson.
Who has the Sharks plus 1.5? Let's look and see where the best spot to get that, if we can get it pulled up here real quick.
And then I got to ask you guys a question. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you, Daryl Turner. What a year in sports betting and sports in general for 2025. 2024 health and wealth for us all in 2025. Let's go. Thanks, Daryl. Appreciate all your
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, hang on. I'm having problems getting OddsJam. I don't know what's going on.
All right, let me see if I can pull it up here.
Hold on, I may be good now. All right, Sharks plus 1.5. Best spot to hit them right now. It's like MGM and Fanatics, ESPN Bet, Hard Rock. All of them have them at minus 120. So Hard Rock, ESPN Bet, Fanatics, Bet MGM, all of those have them at minus 120.
All right, I got a sprinkle SGP anytime touchdown score parlay. What do you guys think? Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs.
Say that again. Josh Jacobs,
Reed, and Doubs.
Okay, 3-leg. I mean, if you want to, I guess. We'll see.
You don't like it?
I know it's not that I don't like it. I think that with Reed and Doubs, I don't know how often we see those two usually get in. I don't know. It just depends who he's looking at more tonight.
Okay. All right. Hang on.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Hold on. I ain't done yet. What if I take Packers minus 14?
I wouldn't do that. That'll be the one.
No,
that'll be the one to screw you. I'm serious. Okay. No, don't even do it. That now it'll be the one. Packers will win by 13. They'll be blowing them out, and then New Orleans will get a garbage touchdown or something. Yeah, I wouldn't even waste my time doing it.
Okay, try this one.
Just do those three. Do those three.
What about
now? Do Doubs, Jacobs,
what about Jacobs, Reed, and Kraft?
Nah, I do. I like Doubs and Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, or do what PhD said. Go on a limb and do Jacobs 2 touchdowns, and then do Jacobs 2 touchdowns, and then do Reed or Doubs, one or the other. So there you go. All right.
Now, thanks, guys. You really helped there.
Well, it's a low chance bet, to be honest with you. Like, I could honestly see it happening where none of them get it. I mean, I think Jacobs will get one for sure, but like I could see that happening. I really could. But it's pick your poison.
You could see Jacobs getting 2. I already put it in. I got Jacobs, Reed, and Doubs.
Okay.
So I got it up the plus.
Green Bay should get 3 touchdowns tonight at least. I mean,
all right, now here we go.
They really should.
Just remember, he's been saying, okay, Tristan, hang on a second, Tristan. I love you, kid, but let's see. How'd you do today? Hey, he put together an NHL parlay that hit today, guys.
Yeah.
New Jersey and Winnipeg. Way to go.
4
TDs is a look.
I don't know about that, but
that's the fantasy football.
He had 3 against Detroit, didn't he?
He might. Yeah.
I think he had 3 against Detroit.
Yes, he did.
He did.
Yeah, right.
Yes, he did.
All right. Let's cut it, folks. We're going to go home.
Good. I'm going to go eat me some grub and watch some football.
How do you cook grub?
Any way you want to, man.
Oh, my God. Could even go up to 6 TDs. You're nuts.
Yeah, he's biased. He's biased about all that.
What's he smoking? All right. We'll see you later, folks.
Probably some pineapple.